Okay, next one we're going to do, and I apologize for these things, but I don't seem to have the images. They'll probably show up here, one of these examples, form, I think. Oh, this one doesn't have it either. Okay, all the images seem to be missing. I'm not sure why, but that's why you see there. But anyway, let's go back to the local one here. This is a form where you can enter your name. This is similar to the feedback form. Name, and I'm going to add some different things. So we have something different. Let's look at, let's go something different. Let's go Fred, Fred. Click register, and it goes to this form where it goes in and it registers the person and stores their information in a table. So let's take a look at this. At first, what you've got here is you've got the form with names, with variables like last name for first name, last name, email, phone, other things for the book. Is the book they're interested in, and then their operating system down here. The form submits to form database, which is where all the work happens. So let's take a look at that. This PHP program comes in, extracts all the $post variables. So now we'll have a $L name, $F name, and so forth. It's got a couple of queries it's going to do. Ultimately, it's going to list everything out in the contacts. Again, it connects to the database, selects the test database. If there is a last name that's been entered, then we're going to go in and we're going to create an insert statement with all the values that came from the form, which will then do a query and execute that insert statement, storing that information in the database. Now here in MySQL, I've got all this. And if I look at that query from MySQL, I see that I've got all that data. Now if I simply go back and I put someone else in here as well that I can put in, say, pick something else, say Windows, click Submit. Now I've got a fourth entry in there for Mickey Mouse. Not sure why it's not putting the OS in there. I need to look at that. Looks like it doesn't recognize that variable OS. Let me see what's wrong with that. Maybe it might be lowercase. Is it lowercase? Yeah, it's lowercase. That's why. Okay, but we see we've got now, and if I query it here, we'll see that there's now a fourth one in there. So the input form sends the information down to the PHP file on the server, which inserts it into the database, and then basically gives you a list of all the current people in there. We could do this again with someone else. Donald. Okay. Now we don't get that error when we get the operating system. So we got another person in there. So basically that's how it works when you're filling out a form and you submit it. All that information gets sent to the server, and it could be a script like PHP that gets all that information, and it does a couple of possible things. One thing is it connects to a database, usually, and stores it. A lot of times it sends out an email confirmation as well, which we can probably look at. Let's see if I. Now, I'll try this. The problem with the email on my local computer is it's probably not going to work. The reason it's not going to work is because I don't have an email server running on my computer, otherwise it would work. But sending an email would be as simple as this, right here. And sending it to my Gmail account. But really, sending an email is pretty straightforward and simple. Email is built into PHP as well. So, I mean, basically, this is all you would need to do to send out the email is essentially use the built-in mail function, who you want to send it to, the subject, the body of the email, and all that, and then you get it. So probably most of you have seen on my website. I'm going to go to the real website now. The contact Bob. So if I put some information in here, whatever, bunch of stuff, click send to Bob, and it goes back. Now I can check my Gmail account out. I'm not logged in on this computer with Gmail. Let's see. It's not logged in, it's the wrong person. So let's try it from here. Let's try. Out. Let me log in everywhere into that account. Let's log that one out. Sign out. I don't even remember this one. Alright, so long since I've used this one. Password was changed 4 months ago. Okay. Okay, so that didn't work. So what I'm going to do, I get access to this. Have it go to a different email address. What I'm going to do. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's BCC to my Yahoo account anyway, but not positive on that. Yeah, looks like we lost this connection. Here it is. I'm just going to send it to a different account. Try that again. There it is, Bob Tester. Came to my email. So that it's really this simple. 4 lines of code to send an email from a PHP page. Won't work on your local computer because you don't have an email server set up. Now, XAMPP actually does have a built-in mail server. It's called Mercury. I've never tried to set it up and get it working, to be honest with you. And I know there's a way of connecting from PHP to a different mail server, like your Gmail account or your Yahoo account, and sending the emails from that account. I haven't really tried to do that. I've done that in Java, but I haven't done that in PHP. So, let's take a look at what we got here. Questions so far? So this kind of goes through it as well, but I made this. This is basically, I've got the same examples as they're showing here, but there goes through how to use regular expressions to do data validation and everything, and I just think that's too complicated to show you all, so I simpled it down. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Any questions on any of this so far? I'm going to try one more thing and see if it works. I don't know if it's going to work. Now, I've done all this. If I go all the way back, I think my website should be up to date by now. Should be, but it's not. Still doesn't like it. Okay. Let's see if this works. That's not it. It's actually something I did for some property I own. I was looking for something else. Ah, friends. Let's try this. Okay. Let me see if this works. Didn't think we'd get this far. Okay, so what this is sort of my own little creation of Facebook, where you can create an account. It's fairly complicated. It's all written in PHP. You can create a profile. You can log in like I just did here. This doesn't have a lot of information. It's supposed to show my picture. I don't know why it's not. It could be that it's just needs to be updated. Okay, so I just uploaded a picture of myself. I should be able to log out and then log back in. It should still be there. Very simple sort of thing. I've got a find friends thing where I can search. It's Donald Duck. I can add him as a friend. Now, of course, Donald Duck has to acknowledge me as a friend. Let's see. The database table that I've got most of this stuff in is called, I think it's just called Friends. Yeah. Oh no, it's says everyone there. So okay, so Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck is Tim Lenore at smccd.edu. So I could take this here. If I were to log into now, what I should have is an email. No, I will not have an email. Unfortunately, there won't be an email. It's going to be request friends. Alright, so this puts it into a table. There's nothing here sending an email. Oh, that's friend request. Oh, there's a request to you, so that's the wrong one. Accept request friend. I think this is it. Some more different ways of doing database stuff. Well, let me just log in here. There's Donald Duck. And I should have the request there. There I am, Donald Duck. Friend request. So here it shows that that I've got a request from Bob Gimlin, and I clicked on it, which basically accepted it, and then moves it over there. So we can show you how to create a profile, and I have to do it with a different email address. Let's see which one I can do it with. I can probably use my AOL one, I think. I used AOL. Haven't used Yahoo yet. Okay. So I can go in here and create a new profile. Create a password. You see in here right now we've got 3 friends. And put information in there. Whatever. Okay, I'm not sure if it worked. We got something here. Add user, undefined variable, birth date. Okay, let's see what this thing, if it actually did it. It did. Okay, it did actually create it. If we look right down there's Fred Flintstone. Now Fred's got to log in. Should work. Okay. There's Fred Flintstone. There's no image. He's got to find one here. So, but before we can give his picture, we have to actually find an image of Fred Flintstone. Let's take that one. Okay, we'll just save it to the temp directory. Now I can come, where are you at? Back to here, and I can say browse. And where are you, Fred? No, this might be it right there. Is that it? There he is, Fred Flintstone. Uploaded the picture. Find some friends. That is friend. And then if I come over to here, to my one, I have to refresh. Now I've got down Fred Flintstone wants to be my friend. See that right there. Some of these are duplicates, so I can delete. Well, that should have deleted. Oh, it did. Not refreshing the page, but it's... Okay. So I can click on that, and I can accept it now. Fred is my friend. And if I refresh this one, then there we go, on Fred. Okay, so that was kind of a lot. That was just, this is a little more detailed of what you can do with PHP. I wrote, a little knockoff of Facebook fairly quickly. You can see all the PHP files here that are involved in doing something like that, from request friend, delete friend. There's some other stuff about sending emails. I had some trouble getting the email to work locally. That's why it's not sending email. But I may be able to try and get that fixed by next week. In any event, I'm going to go through a lot of this PHP files. We don't have time tonight, and I didn't even expect to get this far anyway. But just to give you a quick look at some of the stuff you can do, and then I'm going to go through a lot of these PHP files in more detail next week. So let's see where we're at with this. So next week, we're going to continue to do more scripting. I don't think I'm going to do JSP because we just don't have time. And really, the only thing I'd be showing you how to do in JSP is exactly what we're doing in PHP, just doing it in JSP. So I think we'll just continue with the PHP, and we'll look at that app, that Friends app, to give you an idea. Okay? Any questions? On any of this? Okay. Yes. Yeah, we'll focus on PHP. Yeah, this way you get an idea a little bit more, because we just went through the very basics of forms submitting to the server and saving to a database. There's a lot more you can do. This chapter 23, I believe, is from the old text. And part of the reason I just kind of skimmed through it and went to my own examples is because it's not a very good chapter. So chapter 23 really isn't very good. Any other questions?